Good morning, YouTube. I woke up from a nightmare this morning and I had to take this hair out. The hair is not even a day old. It was so bad. I'm not used to it. I think if I get to try it another time, I think another time around might be the best. But for now, I'm not used to it yet. Good morning, everybody. We're going to be talking about Black Card Revoked. And while we're doing that, I'm going to be taking out this hair. This hair has been killing me. I spent the whole night with nightmares with this hair. I'm not used to it. Maybe the next time I try it, it will be better. Because when I first got braids, because I was not used to getting braids. When I first got braids, I remember the first time I got braids, I took them out within the first 24 hours. The second time I got braids, I took them out within the first week. The third time it was 2 weeks, and now I can last a month. So it just takes a little while for me to get used to these different type of things. But I wanted to try it because I want to relate to other people. I don't want other people to feel like I'm alienating them. And I don't want to be alienating myself as well. Because this is the Haitian voice. As the Haitian voice, already the Haitian voice is not a popular voice. So this is not a movement of popularity. It's a movement of logic. Already the Haitian voice is not a popular voice, so I do try to relate. I do try to do things to relate. And not that I'm trying to fit in, but this is what you do. This is a channel. This is a broadcast channel. So we don't want to alienate people. So I do try. I don't try to be like anybody else, but I do try to relate. So this was the try, and I did try to relate, and I could not. I could not relate. So guys, has anybody seen the TV show Black Card Revoked? Anybody seen it? Has anyone seen the TV show Black Card Revoked? Anybody? Has anybody seen the show Black Card Revoked? Has anybody seen the TV show? Because what's happening with the African Americans want to monopolize what it means to be black, but you cannot even handle what it means to be African American. So how can you handle what it means to be black? Because with the African American, it's black folks this, black folks that. So when it comes to the African Americans, all of us black folks are the same. And we all participate in the same destruction. And we all do this. And this is what it's become because the African American is the pilot. He's a pilot for the destruction. He promotes the destruction. And then he relishes when the rest of the black folks are in the same destruction as he is, because then you're on his level on the plantation. We are all on this plantation. We are not all the same on the plantation. We are not all in alliance with the white man on this plantation. That's you. That's what you do as an African American person. As the African American people, that is what you do as a people. So when you have a TV show and you call it Black Card Revoke, with the help of the Caucasian, the African American is moving to take down blackness. So already in the 21st century, when you mention the word black, it's a whole lot of negative associations to it. And we have to thank the African American for working with the white men to make that happen. So the African American is a self-destructive unit of blackness. Okay? The African American, let me repeat it. The African American is a self-destructive unit of blackness because the things that the African Americans do, it's to monopolize blackness. Honey, you're not representing black folks. You're representing African Americans. And the African American culture is the same as the Caucasian culture that created it. So you hold on to that and you keep that. But you're not allowed to jump into the black realm and own blackness. Who the fuck are you? Do you have a nation? What do young ladies Oiseau Noir LLC? Oh, that's a beautiful name. Ah, that's a beautiful. Zwazo Noir LLC, what do I think about the movie? What was the name of it? The movie 1804. I think the movie 1804 is a movement where you have African American niggas in alliance with Haitian niggas to destroy and distort what we are, the Haitian spirit. Because the African American wants to monopolize what it means to be black all across the globe, but you don't have the capacity to do it. So another reason why I say that about the movie 1804 is when I look at Tariq Nasheed is nothing but an animal to me. Tariq Nasheed is nothing but a distorted African American to me. So if I wanted to bring somebody into my culture, it would not be him. So I have to question the Haitian Tariq Nasheed alliance. That alliance is the nigger alliance. That's the nigger movement, where Haitians are being forced to adopt African American deficiencies because African American deficiencies are accepted by Europeans, and African American deficiencies actually work to destroy African American communities. So let's take it to the next level, because whenever these people come to destroy your communities, they go through the arts, they act like they are bringing the arts, they act like it's an artistic movement, but it is while you're laughing with these people that they will color you stupid. It is while you're laughing with them, while you're acting like you're sharing arts with them, that's when they're going to come into your country and destroy your ownership. So you have these African Americans, they are set on destroying blackness. It's no lie about it. Make no mistake about it. African Americans are not here to uphold blackness. So why is it that African Americans, on each term, they seek to monopolize blackness? All you are is an African American. All you are is a product of white supremacy, as you name it. So how can you be equipped to govern blackness on any level? I wouldn't let you govern blackness in the toilet. I wouldn't let you govern blackness in the tub. So why would I let you govern blackness in real life? Black card revoked. What the fuck you know about being black? You do know about being African American, but that does not mean you know about being black. African Americans don't know shit about being black. What you have the habits that the white men taught you. You don't have any monopoly. You don't have any real knowledge on what it means to be black. Whatever's left of your natural instincts, you did enough to kill it. You don't have any real knowledge of blackness. So why is it that the Western, let me give you an example on a basic level. This is a plantation. We are all on this plantation together. But the African American refuses to let the other blacks on the plantation have a voice. The African American refuses to let other blacks find their freedom because the African American has monopolizes a space with the European elites. The African Americans and the white Americans are the same. So these are the same people. Somewhere on the plantation, the African American became just like its white counterparts. So how can you have any grasp on blackness? What the fuck do you know about blackness? Do you share a personal relationship with Mother Nature? No, nigga. You share a personal relationship with Jesus. You know about Jesus, but you don't know about being black. You don't know about maintaining black respect. You don't know shit about maintaining your own respect. If ever you should be elevated, you turn your back on your own mother. You turn your back on your own sisters. You deny their beauty. You deny their melanin. And now, the African American, with the help of social media, with the help of mainstream media, with the help of European elites, with the help of the poor whites. Because when you look at the whites and the African Americans, they are the same. And the African American is destructive on every step. Everything he does is destructive. So now, black card revoked. When did you ever have any governance on blackness? You were never that black. 10,000 years ago, you were not that black, dude. 1,000 years ago, you were not that black. You were always subservient to the Europeans. You are always facilitating foreign takeover. You are always worrying about swag, worrying about style. You cannot govern blackness. You cannot even govern your own fucking culture. Your own culture that you're going to call yourself African Americans. Your own culture is distorted. So how can you take blackness and monopolize blackness? Because you have the voice, because you have the popular voice, because you have the media behind you, you have the white folks behind you. You think it's going to be that easy for you to distort blackness? What is the limit of the African American? Does the African American have any limit? You're just a no-limit soldier. Yes, you did tell me. And at the time you told me, I thought it was just a song. Silly me. I thought it was just a song. No-limit soldier. Yes, you did tell me. But I thought it was just a song. So when you look at the African American culture through his songs, music, and dance, he denies himself. He puts himself down. He crushes his own blackness. Through his actions, manifestations of behaviors, you don't got it, nigga. So how can you revoke my black card when you don't even know what black is? You don't know what the fuck black is? You're an African American. You're an African American. You don't know what the fuck it means to be black. You're a descendant of slaves. You're a product of white supremacy. You're a product Europeans made you. Along the way, you see other black cultures and you take whatever you can from them. And you created this African American culture, but it's not blackness. You don't represent blackness. So how can you revoke my black card when you don't even know what it means to be black? You don't even know what it means to be black. So how can you revoke my black card? These people got to be drinking stupid juice, or they're just plain old stupid. Or is it just that the job they are doing is so destructive? They love it so much. It's such a destructive job. And they get so much popularity being destructive. It is within the destruction that the African American creates his value to the people he serves. So when BET has that show, Black Card Revoked, niggas, please, niggas, please, you may be able to fool another real black. Because, as a matter of fact, you cannot fool no real black like me. You cannot fool no real black like me. You can't. You might be able to fool the retail niggas. You might be able to fool another Haitian who wants to be down, another Haitian who's ready to compromise Haiti's history, Haiti's geography, just to eat in the white man's bowl with you. You might be able to fool that type of Haitian, but this is the Haitian voice. This is authentic voice. This is a voice laced with wisdom, not malice. This is the voice of logic. So the Haitian voice is not just for me. The Haitian voice is especially for the African American, because the African American is destroying blackness. You are destroying blackness, nigga. You don't have a monopoly on blackness, nigga. You cannot sell to your European counterparts blackness, nigga. Blackness does not belong to you to sell. You have no ownership of blackness. So how can you be revoking anyone's card? The African American is destructive on all levels. So destructive being, we tolerate the African American because we say they don't know where they come from, they don't have a history, they don't have an ancestry. But it is this tolerance that gives them permission to keep destroying, that gives them permission to keep taking blackness down. Because of the African American, blackness no longer has respect. Now when you say I'm black, people laugh at you. You black, nigga, you black. Because the African American has taken away black power. Everything he does is in alliance with his white counterpart. Everything he does for his white counterpart. He doesn't do for pride. He doesn't do for respect. He doesn't even know what pride is. He lives with a dog. He sleeps with a dog. So what kind of pride will you know as an animal when you live with animals and you sleep with animals? You don't know nothing about pride. You don't know nothing about blackness. You don't know nothing about blackness. The West African who's ass you kissing, he don't know nothing either. He's just a slave like you. You are both the same slaves. You didn't think about it that way. Did you ever think about it that way? Did you ever think about you and the West African that you are worshiping? That West African is worse than you. That's the worst slave in the history of slaves. So how can you have any ownership of blackness? You don't even know what type of black you is. The African American does not even know what type of black he is. He doesn't even understand his bloodline. He doesn't even understand his ancestry. Yet, you want to have ownership on blackness. Blackness to you is a business. You sell it to your white friends whenever you want. You allowed your Caucasian friends to come in and delineate and wash down what it meant to be a respectable black person. You destroyed black power with your made-up institutions and your fake leaders. You keep causing the destruction, yet you want to govern other blacks. You want to have ownership on black, but you're not even a real black. That's where the tragedy meets the comedy. The African American is not even a real black. Because for you to be a real black, you have to follow the principles of freedom. You have to follow Mother Nature, not Jesus, dum-dums. These people are so lost. They think they found their way, but they're lost. These are lost niggas. You're a lost nigga. As recently as 1857, your peoples was selling you from the continent. They were selling you as late as 1857. So this is not a long time ago. It's only 150 years, about 150 years ago. It's not that long ago. So when we talk about the real story that happened, don't forget a lot of these stories are not things that happened a long time ago. The African American should know yourself. You should know who you are. You should know where you come from. But instead of you understanding who you are, where you come from, you deny your weaknesses. You go and you take other people's strengths and you ruin it. You have ruined what it means to be a respectable black in the Western Hemisphere. Black card revoked. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You're not even a real black yourself. How can you revoke my black card, nigga? This nigga is flattering himself. Who's going to, there is not even a person, there is not even a real leader besides myself who's putting these African Americans in their proper places, because the destruction they've been causing is too much. It's too much. You distort your own self. You distort your own natural ways of being. You destroy the way that you should be, the natural way you should be. And it's not enough. You go and you keep destroying other people. You're allowing the Caucasians to use you, the elites to use you to destroy other people. And then you scream racism. You confuse us. Because you're not even an honorable black. You're not a respectable black. So how can you have any ownership of black cards? How can you revoke anybody's black cards? You're a delusional nigga. You're a destructive nigga. That's what you are. You're not into trying to make things work. You're not into trying to give your youth a better future. That's not what you're into. You want to please the black, the white, the Caucasians. You want to please the institutions. And it could be at the detriment of yourself. It could be at the detriment of everybody else. You don't give a fuck as long as you're getting your bag. So we are all on this plantation, and the African Americans, they want to sacrifice us for their bag, not even for their freedom, not even for their respect, for their bag. And what type of bag? Half empty? Fucking pocket change, 50 cents and 2 quarters and 5 dimes? So you're going to sacrifice everybody because your bag, it's about your bag. And you're going to steal everybody's blackness and destroy it because of your bag, because you have to serve. You're an entertaining nigga. You have to entertain us. You have to entertain us. Does that make sense to you? Black card revoked. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I can tell you what to do with that black card. I might tell you what to do with that black cord before we get off this live. I might tell you. I might tell you how to fold that black cord the right way to shove it up. I might tell you. I might tell you what to do with that black cord because you don't have any ownership of blackness. You ain't nothing but a weak coward nigga. Who would give you ownership of blackness? Who? Except for the elite Caucasian because they want to destroy blackness. That's why they have you as an agent of destruction. That's why they have popularized all your negative movements or your destructive movements have been popular movements because you have the support of the people who want to destroy blackness. You're a soldier in the army to destroy blackness. And yet you go on BET and talk about black card revoked. But I revoke your card first. I revoke African Americans' black cards. You no longer are allowed to monopolize blackness. You no longer are allowed to act like you represent blackness for all of the black cultures around the globe, for all the authentic black cultures, for all the original black cultures of the world. You're not allowed to destroy that. Because for some people, their ancestors made a lot of sacrifice. See, for some people, our ancestors died. Not died crying like a bitch, but our ancestors died as brave men and women so that way we can still have the story of the original men, people of the world. Will and Isidore, what's happening? Will and Isidore, there is a new show on television called Black Card Revoke. I'm just doing a commentary on the show. I'm sharing my point of view on the show. That's what I'm doing now. The show is on BET. It's called Black Card Revoked, meaning that these BET blacks, this is a plantation, we are still on the plantation, except that these blacks, they are the same as the whites. There is no difference between them. These are the black people that the white people created. This is their product. This is their children. This is their commerce. So you have these black people because they have the support of the elite who created them. So they want to turn around and look at the rest of the black people on the plantation and spray on you. You want to turn around and look at the rest of the blacks on the plantation and say, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm going to keep my relationship with your abuser. And I'm going to show you I'm better than you. But you don't you don't have any ownership on blackness. African Americans don't have ownership of blackness. You're the newest civilization in this world. The African American culture is only a couple of 100 years old. How could you have ownership of blackness when I'm representing blackness from the original people of the world and you think you can fuck with me? With your little TV shows and your little songs and your little popular movement. And when you finally get creative, you destroy yourself. You destroy yourself. So how can you have any ownership on blackness? I'm revoking your fucking black card today, nigga. I'm tired of fucking niggas destroying blackness. Because of niggas, black people no longer have respect in the USA. Because of you, African Americans. It's because of you. Because of the shit you've been doing. And because of this same similar shit that you keep doing. You keep fucking up all the rest of the blacks. Just so you can get your bag. So how many of us will you fuck up to get your bag? How much of blackness you have destroyed black honor? You have destroyed black power. You have destroyed black respect so you can get your bag. But when I look at you, either you a beast or you unhealthy. You never correct. You never got it together. When I look at you, when I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you, sometimes I look at Russell Simmons. Sometimes I look at P. Diddy. Sometimes I look at, what's his name, Quincy Jones. Any divisions of you, when I look at you, you are distorted. You are sick. You are sick in the mind. You are sick in the physiology. But then you want to destroy every other black so you can get closer to the bag and so you can keep destroying yourself. You want to destroy blackness. You want to destroy black power. You want to destroy black respect. You want to destroy black women. You want to destroy black children. You want to destroy black males. You want to destroy everything. When you look at the black male, the African American male, the shit that the African American male does to his own women, to his own children. The devil wouldn't do that shit to his own woman and his own children. And when you look at these niggas and the atrocities that they commit in their own communities, nigga, you ain't no fucking black. You an African American, you're a product. Fuck. These niggas are getting on my nerves. Matter of fact, I need to take off this fucking hair. This hair is getting on my nerves. That's why I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I started taking this bullshit hair out. Can't handle this. Dre says, talk about your own kind. Leave black American men alone. Dre, I would talk about my own kind if your greedy motherfucking African American, no good logic having niggas, if they would stay in their own lane. Then I would stay in my lane. But the minute you came to corrupt my community, the minute you came to corrupt my geography, the minute you came to corrupt blackness around the world, it became my business. Because niggas want to blame everybody but themselves. They want to blame Trump. They want to blame Hillary. They want to blame everybody but themselves. And that's not what blackness does. Blackness takes responsibility for itself. Blackness is responsible. It's not like you're a coward and you're saying, slavery did this to me, Trump did this to me, Hillary did this to me, this to me. No. That's not what blackness does. Thank you, Will and Isidore. As a real man, shut that nigga down. Shut that nigga down. It's about time we shut those niggas down. When those niggas open their mouths to destroy blackness, we need to say, shut the fuck up, nigga. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down, nigga. Be humble. Sit down. Take this shit up my head. Got me looking like a poodle, just like you. And all I wanted to do was relate. All I wanted to do was relate. Haiti may be a third world country, but you got a third world mind. You got a third world logic. And you're living like a third world slave. All you think about is serve the white man, destroy your country, serve the white man. Hey, is this Maceo? Maceo says, Dre, you have no idea where Haiti is like. So how could somebody answer the question you've presented? And he took out he removed the comment. That's my old friend, Maceo. I could say that's my old lover, but I won't. King Wa says, Haitians should destroy white supremacy. No! What are you talking about, King Wa? And this is what I mean when I talk about African Americans. They don't represent blackness. They don't got the logic of blackness. White supremacy, if there is such a thing, because when you say the word white supremacy, first of all, just saying that word, you are confessing that some other male is superior than you. So there's no such thing as white supremacy. That's the bullshit that African Americans make up to keep business going with the Caucasian counterparts. They're the same, it's the same business. We are on this plantation. The African Americans, they are just like the Caucasians. They work for the Caucasians. They execute Caucasian orders. They speak. Whatever history they got, the Caucasians gave it to them. Whatever religion, culture they got, the CIA gave it to them. They gave you NAACP. They gave you Nation of Islam. They gave you 5%er. They give you Hebrew Israelite. Those are all CIA movements. None of those movements are real movement for real women or real men or real children. So when you say you're going to fight white supremacy, what are you fighting, a ghost dog? Like in my country, we got real motherfucking ghosts. So we're not going to go fight ghosts. We know what ghosts are. If white supremacy is an issue, then tell white supremacy to get the fuck out of here. If white supremacy is a real issue, then you would get the fuck out from under the white man's arm. You would get the fuck out from sucking the white man's dick. You would get the fuck out from having children with him. But we see, we're living in a harmonious community because there is no such thing as white supremacy. It's just who your friends are or who your friends ain't. Let me see what the slave says. The slave says, Dre says, LOL, they're always laughing. The slaves are always laughing because it is while they are laughing that they get distracted and they let their respect, and they kill their respect. It is while they are laughing that they do that. People are jealous of black Americans. We weren't on the right boat. Yes, slave, keep talking caca. And when you finish talking all that caca, go eat it. King Wa says, fuck all this weak shit. Blacks need system like Caucasians have system. King Wa, when you say blacks, and that's the thing, we are all blacks, but we are not all the same. And that's what I'm saying to you. African Americans have no ownership on blackness. My people, we have great systems. We have great cultures. And it worked for my people. But now, my people are under occupation because African Americans align with Caucasians to come destroy my country with Jesus and a whole lot of other shit. So when you're talking about structures and system, I'm the original structure. I'm the original systems. But yet you deny my structures. You deny my systems. Dre says, go back to Haiti and make Haiti great again, which it never was. Dre, you are a slave. You are a petty Negro. This is my country. This country belonged to my American ancestors, just like Haiti belonged to my American ancestors. You can't intimidate me out of territory, little Negro. You are a little Negro. And when you're dealing, and this is why this is a very delicate situation, because African Americans do not have ownership on blackness. You're nothing but a minor Caucasian. When you are an African American, you're just another dimension of a Caucasian. You're not a black. I'm taking away your fucking black card, niggas. You're not a fucking black. You're a dimension of Caucasians. You represent whiteness. You represent Caucasianhood. You don't represent no blackness. You're not a fucking black. You're white. Just because your skin color has melanin don't mean you're fucking black. The African American has distorted logic, has distorted reality, and it's become popularity. And because it's popular, I'm supposed to roll with you? What the fuck? Dre says, I love being mixed with white, and I'll rather a white woman than a third world woman. Congratulations, Negro. Good for you. We all have our choices. The choices you make, stick with it. But don't make your choice and come and destroy me. Yeah, I'm happy for you, you love white women. I'm happy for you. I'm super duper happy for you. But what you will not do is come take down my blackness because you like something, and that's your personal choice. Like I said, African Americans are not even real blacks. These are the ancient slaves. They keep making their way around. They populated West Africa with them. Populated them in the Caribbean to confuse real motherfucking blacks like me. But you can't confuse blacks like me. We have ancestors who work. Our ancestors didn't lay down and curl up and take it in the ass. That's not what our ancestors did. Our ancestors didn't play ball. Our ancestors didn't play games. What else has been commenting? Dre says, I hope you know you were a slave. No, I was not a slave. And this is why African Americans got to go. Because African Americans want to treat every black like we all curled up and rolled over and took it up the ass. No. No. African Americans, I'm revoking your black card. African Americans, you are nothing but a dimension of whiteness. You're not blacks, but yet you are so arrogant because you have the support of mainstream media. You have the support of elite money. You think you can destroy all the rest of the black people around the world. You can't. I won't let you. I will always speak. I will always speak the logic of my ancestors. You can't fuck with me. You're going to fuck with those greedy Haitians who want to be down. Go fuck with those greedy Haitians who want to participate in your bullshit CIA projects. Go fuck with those Haitians. But as far as the Haitian voice is concerned, she's together. And she's taking out your black card. I'm revoking your black card. M. Remy says, all systems that work at one time will eventually be tested by hostile systems that are effective. This is a cycle of civilization. The new war is between Arab invaders and Africans. Yes, it is. King Ross says, what about the Brazilians, the Jamaican, Nigerians, etc.? M. Remy says there was very little multi-generational slavery in Haiti, and as much as 50% of the Africans that arrived never stepped foot on the plantation. What did that? Well, this young man says, what about the Brazilian, the Jamaicans, Nigerians, etc.? The Jamaicans are the blacks that the Caucasians tell the African Americans to be friends with. Come to Jamaica, one love. That's the marketing. The marketing is that these Caucasians, the African Americans, they belong to the Caucasians. And the Jamaicans, they belong to the British. So the Caucasians, they are going to build this alliance between the Jamaicans and the African Americans. You don't see the alliance? You don't see it? When you go to the Bronx back in the days, even with the Biggie Smalls factor, you don't see all that alliance because they both speak their oppressor's language well together. They both spoke the English together. Okay? Me, I was stuck in my rural Creole. So I could not relate to these niggas. These niggas put their heads together to take away real blackness. That's not cool. That's not cute. That's not cool. That's not cute. You don't have the right to destroy. You can destroy yourself if you want to, but you don't have the right to destroy other blacks. You don't have the right to destroy other people. What you do to yourself is your issue. And for as long as African Americans were destroying themselves, I didn't really say much. Because you have a right to do what you want to yourself. But when the African Americans came to destroy me, that's when I started speaking out. Because they had been destroying me all along. I just never saw it because I was caught up in the popular movement, in the nigga movement. So now BET got a new show. It's called Black Card Revoked. You don't got no black card to revoke. You're not even a real black. You're just a product of the white man. You're not even a real black. So how can you have a black card to revoke? Aren't you making promises you cannot keep? Aren't you making promises you can't keep? Black card revoke. You don't got no black card to revoke. African Americans are not real black. African Americans don't represent black power. African Americans don't represent black respect. African Americans don't represent black honor. I didn't watch it. I saw the advertisement for it, dear. King War. I do own at least 4 flat screens, big ones, but I haven't watched. My children play video games in them. And this one here, I might have played a few movies, maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Matter of fact, maybe 8 years ago I played movies in this, and I have not used it since. So I was watching the advertisement, and I'm like, golly, and then I saw an interview with Tony Walk. Because these Negroes, they are the product of the white man. The white man makes them. The white man feeds them. The white man hand me down them. Oh, you understand? So you don't have enough respect for yourself to represent other blacks. And because you are so arrogant, and because you've been destroying yourself and other blacks, today I revoke your black card. Black Americans, you're not no real blacks. You are subservient blacks. You are made up blacks. I revoke your black card. And if today, and after today, you feel bold enough to keep walking around and to keep going around pretending that you're black, but you're not black. You're not black. You're not a real black. You're not a real black. You're a subservient black in alliance with the Europeans to destroy black power, to destroy black love. When you look at the African American men, I had this wonderful African American man in my life. That was like 1999. Oh my God, I was going to Florida State University. He was going to FAMU. This guy was so fucking handsome. Oh, he has the legs. He was a football player. Oh my God, he was so gorgeous. Because a lot of these African Americans, they will look the part physically, but inside is twinkie feelings, nigga. Inside is nothing. Not only was he so handsome, he was so intelligent. He was so smart. And then I got caught up in the rapture. I got caught up in the rapture of love. Anita Baker had me. And then 10 years passed. 15 years pass, and then I'm looking at the man I used to love. I'm looking at the man that I used to think he was everything. And then I'm looking at his actions. I'm looking at the choices he made. And I still love him. I still love him to this day. I still respect this man to this day. But then when I looked at him, I saw how his own community failed him. I saw how his own heroes, oh my God, you don't even understand how much this hurts me. It hurts me when you hurt yourself because I love you. It's you who hate yourself, and because you hate yourself, you hate me. But because I love myself, I love you. So when I looked at this man 10 years later, 15 years later, and I looked at his actions, this is a smart man. This is a courageous man. This is a brave man. This is a handsome man. This is a chocolate man. Am I showing how much I love this man yet? Because that's what I want to show. I want it to be seen. Because I don't love in silence. I don't love in secrets. I love this man. But when I looked at what his own community had done to him, when I looked at the way he was miseducated by his own leaders, what a loss of a good man. What a loss of a good man. And let me tell you, the destruction does not stop there. I had another good man. Another good man. Oh man, me and this man, we had that type of connection, and he was that type of warrior. We had this, like, even with this man on the phone, I felt like I was so well protected, so secure. Even with him on the phone, I felt his power. What's going on here? What's going on here, girl? Chill, put them down, put them guns down, put them down. Talk to the people. Put them down, girl. Talk to these folks. So I had another man in my life. And I'm talking about this man, another wonderful male. And then suddenly, here comes the NAACP hoe, because that's what the NAACP is. It's a pimp. And all of you who belong to the NAACP, you're all hoes. You all NAACP hoes. And here came this NAACP hoe with her inflections and her impressions. Because when she came, and because my man, he wasn't all that right in his head either. Because if he had been all that right in his head, he would have been able to tell the difference between somebody who's just talking shit and somebody who's doing the real thing. So, this young woman was able to seduce my man because my man was a no good motherfucker to begin with. My man just looked at her. She was on a magazine cover. She was a vegan. Because with the NAACP hoes, it's all that affects. They're always doing shit just for show, but it's nothing happening in real life. These are the cause and effect hoes. They do shit. It's just an image with the NAACP hoes. When they say they're woke and conscious, that's when you gotta bust a nigga. So this bitch came and she seduced my man, and my man was weak because at the time, I had already made my decision about myself as an artist. I was not going to sacrifice vagina, self-respect, or anything for my art. My art was enough for me. My art is still enough for me. But he wanted the limelight. So when this bitch came along, she looked like she had more success than me. She was on the cover of a magazine. She was talking to the other NAACP niggas and hoes. So my man got took. I'm explaining to you how the African American don't even have a grasp on his own blackness. So how can you revoke other people's black cards? You don't even have a grasp on real life black actions. You don't even have grasp on real life black males, on how to keep your black men forever. So this man, and because I thought he was strong, but he wasn't strong at all. He turned out to be Twinkie feeling. It turned out that he was living for the impression of the moment. It turned out that he was nothing but a nigga. So even when the niggas, they tell you they're black, don't believe them. They may just be African Americans or they just may be niggas. Because we're men and women, we stick with the facts. We stick with our honor. We stick with our respect. We stick with our dignity. We don't let people take our dignity just on the facts of impression, just on the look of things. We don't give up our hearts. We don't give up our children. We don't give up our wealth just on the look of things. And so for the African American communities, even when the man is good, he ends up getting ruined. Do you get my point? Even when the man is good, even when the bloodline is good, even when this is a good quality man, he will get fucked over by the other leaders. Because whatever is in place is in conflict with what it really means to have his own respect. It's a conflict. It's a conflict. You're living in conflict. Because the respect that you should have is the same respect you destroy. How can on one hand you demand respect, on the other hand you act like a pauper, you act like a kid with no aim? So what kind of respect is that? What kind of respect will that be? That's no respect. That's no way to cultivate respect. So the African American does not have any ownership on blackness. As of today, I am revoking the African American's black card. The Haitian Voice has revoked your black card. The Haitian Voice has revoked the African Americans' black cards. From today on, you are just African Americans. I don't want you going nowhere out of the country and introducing yourself as black. You're no longer black. I have revoked your black card. You are an African American, which is equivalent to a white American, which is equivalent to Southern whites. You are all the same. You're an American. You can either you introduce yourself as an American or you can introduce yourself as an African American. From today on, you motherfuckers are no longer black. I am kicking you out of the black club. I'm revoking your black card, niggas. So if any of you niggas keep using that name, it's because you sleep with your dog. It's because you eat on the same plate as your dog. You have no respect for yourself. You have no sentiments. You have no personal internal sentiments. Your black card has been revoked, African Americans. You are no longer allowed to introduce yourself as black. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. You're no longer allowed. Blackness doesn't belong to you. It never did. Look at yourself in ancient history. You are always a pauper. You are always imitating. You are always commensurating with foreigners. You are always selling your brothers and sisters. That's what you are. Find your space in history so I don't have to do it for you. Find your space in history so I don't have to do it for you. Because if I do it, it's going to be the truth, and nothing but the truth. And you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth, Pookie. You can't handle the truth. You don't know nothing about the truth. What the fuck do you know about the truth? The only thing you know is you are here to serve. You are here to serve. You are here to destroy yourself. You are here to destroy your women. You are here to destroy your males. You are here to destroy blackness. That's what you hear. That's what the white folks brought you to the United States. They brought you to the Americas to destroy the black people that were already in the Americas, my ancestors. That's what your junction. What's your function? These fuckers don't even know their functions. Junction. What's your function, niggas? Niggas in America. These African Americans don't even know their functions. And then you want to talk about black card revoked. You're not even a real black. You're just a subservient black. So how can we revoke anybody else's card when you're not even the real black? Kingwa says you should create a plan of action for blacks to be economically empowered. Kingwa, I did. I did, Kingwa. Go look on my videos, and you're gonna see one video that is titled, golly, every time I do this, oh god damn, I'm not even flexing, Lord. J-Bus. I'm not, I'm so happy I have a dancer's body. Kingwa, if you look in my if you look on my channel here and you look at my list of videos, there's a video that's called Financial Solutions for the Hood. Okay? I am giving the African Americans discount to start your own trailer business. I'm tired of my African American women, sisters, not having enough because the black man ain't working hard enough. So I created Financial Solutions for the Hood, where I sell to you a food cart or a food trailer or concession trailer. Basically, you get into the food truck business. Because when you look at the African American neighborhoods, they don't even have ownership of the food they eat. Most of them don't. So with Financial Solutions for the Hood, you start selling, like, this is how I explain it to my clients, because I have to sit down with a lot of clients and explain to them how to move from being a simple NAACP whole nigger to being a real black. So African Americans, you're not real blacks. You don't own no black cards. Okay, don't fool people because you have the Caucasians backing you up and you have the Caucasians endorsing your destruction. And that's why you don't like Haitians, because Haitians are not going to participate in the destruction with you. Now you're going to find greedy Haitians to participate in the destruction with you, and they exist all across the platform. You have greedy African Americans, you have greedy all type of different people. But that's not the nature of my nation. That is how these greedy Haitians were created by the same Caucasians who created you. So you two are alike. When you look at Tariq Nasheed and the Haitians he runs with, they're alike. That's 50 cents and 2 quarters and 5 dimes. They all the same chop change. They all the same shit. Chop change. They're in your pockets. They're making noise, but they ain't realizing nothing. That's what the African American is. You just chop change. You just 50 cents. It don't matter if you 2 quarters. It don't matter if you 50 pennies. It don't matter if you 5 dimes. You just 50 cents. You just chop change, making noise for no reason. You're the noise machine. So when you look at the African Americans, I am revoking your black card because you have been destructive. You have been a destructive black. And because you have been a destructive black, not only to yourself, but to other blacks in the Western Hemisphere and outside of the Western Hemisphere, because you have no boundaries with your destruction. You have branded your destruction and you have taken your destruction across the globe to destroy the origin of blackness. And because that's what you do, I have revoked your black card. So yeah, Kingwa said something else. Kingwa. So Kingwa, I have food carts on different levels. I have smaller food carts that range from $4,000 to $5,000 and up, and I have huge concession trailers that range from $20,000 and up. So yeah, I have designed a way to help African Americans reach financial solution. But the African American males have to get off the gas and start working hard. You have to stop blaming your women and you have to start working. Put forth your strength. See? Because a lot of people are afraid to work physically hard because they think they're going to hurt yourself. But I believe, and I have experienced it, the harder you work physically, the younger you stay. Look at me. So hard work is actually great for the psyche and for the physiology. Dre says, Dre ain't nobody. Kingwa says, yeah, we agree. Dre, I don't give life to little niggas. In my real life, I don't even fuck with little niggas. In my real life, I only fuck with G's. Like, what you're doing right now, that's some little nigga shit. And in my real life, that will get the door slammed on you. You would not even be able to exist around me. Like, I don't tolerate all of that in real life. So what you're doing right now, you can only do it on YouTube. So keep doing it. Because in real life, I don't tolerate you. In real life, you'd get your ass kicked. Who has time to tolerate a nigga in your real life? In real life, a nigga costs you money. In real life, a nigga is destructive. In real life, a nigga is self-hating. In real life, a nigga does not put his head together to accomplish nothing. Nothing. So who has time in real life to tolerate a nigga? Who? There is no past. It's only the African Americans who have past to give to other people. In the real life, there is no past. In real life, there is no past. So today, on this Sunday in February, I'm revoking the African Americans' black cards. From today on, the African Americans no longer have any type of ownership on blackness. You are just an African American. That means you are distorted black. That's what it means. It means you are subservient black. It means you are the same as your Caucasian counterpart. That's what it means. And until you accept that, we can't even cross the Brooklyn Bridge together, let alone the Red Sea. Motherfucker, I wouldn't even cross Flatbush Avenue with you niggas. You niggas are dangerous. Some dangerous motherfuckers, these black Americans. They're dangerous. Dangerous. You'll get killed with these niggas. These niggas will sell you out. These niggas will poison you. These niggas will set you up. These are the dangerous niggas. They serve. And they serve wholeheartedly. After they finish serving, they bring in their children to serve some more. With these, and let me tell you why I'm taking away black Americans' black cards. You know what? You got so many cards. Keep your fucking slave card. Because then no other black is going to play that slave card with you. So you keep that to yourself. You can have it. Take the slave card. Because aside from the West African that is now in the West Africa, because the West African that you see now in West Africa, that's not the original West African, honey. I'm the original West African by way of my ancestors. These West Africans that you see in West Africa right now, those are the slaves just like you. Those are the slaves they bought to confuse my ancestry in West Africa, and they brought you here in America to confuse my ancestry in the United States, in America. So how can you be a friend? How can you be a black? How can you be a role model for blackness? How can you be a role model for black power because you destroy your own and then you destroy others? You are a gun. You are a weapon, and you are in the hands of the elite, and they are using you to attack all that's good about blackness. Everything that's good about blackness, the elite use you to attack it. The elite use you to distort it. The elite use you to destroy it. And you never sit up to say, hey, I'm doing wrong by me. I'm doing wrong by her. I'm doing wrong by my children. You never have that conversation with yourself. I'm taking away your black card. You don't got no fucking logic. To be black means to have logic, and you don't got no fucking logic. I'm taking away your black card. Fuck all these niggas. And your own people say it, niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. So how can I not listen to what you say you are? King Ra says, we need our own schools, our own hospitals and agricultural systems. How about that? King Ra, I respect you for being a woman. And from the look of your picture, you're quite handsome. I'm taking away African Americans' black cards. You are no longer black. You are no longer black. You no longer have any ownership on blackness. You never did. You never did. You've always been a servant. You've always been a subservient Negro. And so I wish you the best. Continue to be a subservient Negro, but you're not going to destroy me for your bag. You want to destroy yourself for your bag. You want to destroy me for your bag. You want to destroy everybody for your bag, and your bag ain't shit. All your bag got in it is a few diseases. What do your bag? Let's look at the African American bag. Let's look at the bag, because these niggas are interested in the bag. What's in the fucking bag? I see diabetes. Is diabetes in the bag? I see diabetes. Hey, diabetes. What's in the bag? Cancer. I see cancer in the bag. What else is it? What the fuck bag? So you want to destroy me for that bag? And I'm supposed to let you? I'm taking away your black card, nigga. You're not no longer no black folk. African Americans is no longer considered black folks. You refer to yourself as slaves, you refer to yourself as African Americans, or you refer to yourself as white Americans, Caucasians. But you're no longer allowed to refer to yourself as black. I took away your black card because you destroy it so much. When I let you hold a black card for a few seconds, already you sold the whole goddamn thing to my enemies. My enemies made you just like my enemies. So how can you be black? You're not black, you're just a weapon. You're a weapon to destroy black power. You're a weapon to destroy black respect. You're a weapon to destroy blackness in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they brought you here. You playing exactly what your Caucasian masters want you to play. You're doing exactly what your Caucasian masters want you to do. So how can I tolerate you? King Ra says, how you feel about Amara La Negra and the rise of the Latin blacks? Did they play a role in fucking up blackness globally too? No. Matter of fact, I will be doing a... yesterday, I started to do my vlog on Amara La Negra. And after I finish doing this, I'm going to do it. After I finish doing this conversation on black cards revoked, I will be doing my response, my commentaries on Amara La Negra. And by the way, Amara La Negra and all the other Dominicans like her, I will be speaking to her, and I'll be speaking to the Cardi B's as well. Because what you're seeing is that the African American as a slave is a model. Whenever somebody want to fuck with your mind, what did they do? You see how Amara La Negra came in? She just fucked with all these African Americans' minds. Didn't she? She fucked with your mind. You're not no fucking real black. Anybody can fuck with your mind. Amara La Negra can fuck with your mind. Benzino can fuck with your mind. Jocelyn Hernandez can. Anybody can fuck with you because you ain't no real motherfucking black. So stop acting like you have authority on blackness to where you can revoke somebody's black card. Guys, you're going to revoke somebody's slave card. You're going to revoke somebody's African American card. You're going to revoke somebody's Caucasian card, but you ain't black enough. Your black is so shabby. Your black is so destructive. You're not the real black. Your black card is revoked. From today on, African Americans, I no longer consider you blacks. And you should no longer consider yourself blacks until you can go and find your respect, until you can go and find your raison d'être, your savoir-vivre, your savoir-faire, until you can find those elements that are necessary for a human to move around with respect and pride. Until you can find that, your black card is revoked. So how about that? How about that? Because you thought you had such blackness that you can peddle it and you can sell it to the enemies of blackness. And you got on the team. You got on the wrong team. You got on the Caucasian team. Now you're nothing but a Caucasian. That's what you are. You're a Caucasian. You're a Caucasian. You're a tan Caucasian. I'm not even sure that you respect the melanin on your skin. That's not, you ain't nothing right now but a petty Caucasian wearing a black mask. Your black card is revoked. How about that? Your black card is revoked. By the way, all of you who are watching, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is The Haitian Voice. The Haitian Voice is for everybody. It's for everybody. Because we are living in a moment where logic is challenged. And the people who dare challenge logic the most are the people who need it the most. And those are the African Americans. And that's why they need their black cards revoked. Because they have not been doing the front work, the back work, or the dirty work, or the clean work. What they have been doing is they have been serving their masters. They have been doing what their masters require, demand them to do, which is not what we do as blacks. We do what we have to do for us, for our survival, for our beauty, for our wealth, for our children, for our women, for our men. We don't go and destroy ourselves to elevate another group of people. We don't do that as black folks. So the African Americans, the African American doesn't even know what it means to be black folk. But every time you turn around, the African American is acting like it's the only black folk in the world. So it's black people do this, black people do that, black card revoke. I just revoked your black card. Go and tell it on the mountains. Go and tell it like James Baldwin. Matter of fact, James Baldwin, call on the spirit of James Baldwin to go tell that for you. Because that nigga got enough streets in his mouth to do the whole country in one day and tell it to all of y'all niggas. Your black card has been revoked by moi. You are no longer considered black. You are an African American. You either a Caucasian, a descendant of you're a slave, a servant, an African American, but you're not a black. Blacks like me, we don't want to hear you speak that shit. We don't want to hear you take us down. We don't fucking know you. We don't associate with the fucking shit you got going on with the Caucasians. We don't support that shit. So when you're about to revoke black card, you don't got no fucking black cards to revoke. I revoked your black card. African Americans, they spread madness. They spread miseducation. They spread misinformation. They spread diseases. They spread ill-informed mental madness. They spread mental deficiencies. They spread raising petty males. When you look at the African American male and the destruction he causes to his sister, the destruction he causes to his mother, when you look at that male, whoosh, whoosh, get by sutsi. You stink. Your attitude stink, your mental stink, your actions stink, your behavior stink. You keep destroying your women, you keep destroying your children, now you think other blacks will let you do it. But motherfucker, you ain't no black. You ain't no black. You ain't no black. King Ra says, how many poor people got education and expenses for global awareness material or travel? I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. The real black, you don't need nobody to give you shit. The real black, you can work. You can work with your family unit. You can work with your children, your wife, your brother, your sisters. You can realize your own shit. The real black is living in autonomy. The real black is not serving no Caucasian. The real black is not serving BET. The real black is not serving VH1. The real black is not serving Fox News. African Americans, your black card has been revoked. Y'all niggas go chill somewhere. Be humble, niggas. Go sit down. Stop fucking up blackness for the rest of real blacks. Be humble, niggas. Go fucking sit down. Tired of looking at you niggas destroying shit. Be humble. Go fucking sit down. Be happy that you're not still a slave doing hard labor. You're just a slave destroying yourself. So be happy that you have transitioned your slavehood to this. But the rest of us, real black, we don't give a fuck whether you was on the plantation or outside of it. What we can see is that you ain't no black. You ain't no real black. Me, the Haitian voice, I revoke by the power vested in me, by Mother Nature, by my ancestors, I revoke your black card today. I revoke your black card today. African Americans, and I swear to this. Okay, may thunder get you. May thunder come get you. I swear to thunder. I swear to the God of thunder. May the God of thunder come get you. And I swear to it. Your black card is revoked. You have caused so much destruction in the black community globally. You have destroyed black respect. You have destroyed black power. You have destroyed black women. You have destroyed black children. God damn, nigga. And now you're talking about black card revoked. Nigga, I revoked your black card. You don't got no more cards to pass around. You don't got no more cards to pass around. I revoked your black card. And it's indefinitely revoked because you will not change. The African American will not change. The only thing that will change the African American is when Mother Nature wars and the earth will shake and the ground will tumble and the waters will rise. And then you will meet your 100-pound mate. You will meet your 500-pound mate. And then we shall have peace without you. There can be no peace for black people for as long as you have African Americans because they are the white supremacists. They are the people who keep talking white supremacy, white supremacy. We are blacks. We don't give a fuck to even repeat such words. as white supremacy. We are blacks, we don't give a fuck to repeat such words. We don't. We are blacks, we don't call anybody supreme. The only supreme being is God. The only supreme being is Mother Nature. So we are blacks like me, we don't do that. That's what African Americans do. And that's why I just revoked your black card, nigga. So from today on, you can refer to yourself as a nigga. You can refer to yourself as an African American. You can refer to yourself as a white American. You can refer to yourself as a Caucasian nigga, but you ain't no black folk. I revoked your fucking card. You don't got no more fucking cards to pass around. Talking about the bag. You want to sacrifice everybody for a fucking bag. And we have to look at what's in your fucking bag, lady. What's in your fucking bag? What's in your wallet? What's in the bag? Let's look into the bag. Baldness. What's in the bag? No edges. What's in the bag? Diseases. What's in the bag? Diabetes. Even Dre's laughing. And Dre don't even like me. Dre don't even like me and he's laughing. And that's how I am, Dre. When it comes to a good laugh, I don't care if I like the person. If the joke is funny, I laugh. I don't care. I don't gotta like you to laugh, child. Laughter is good. Dre says, I like your personality. Well, thank you, darling. Thank you. You look quite chocolatey there yourself, unless you're using somebody else's pick. You don't have bad forms yourself. Yeah, Dre, I've revoked your people's cards. Your peoples no longer have black cards to destroy the black race. Your people no longer have black cards to destroy black unity. Your people no longer have black cards to destroy black women, black children, none of that. King Ra says, seeing the island in South America, y'all were kept. Nobody kept nobody. Stop that fucking talk. Nobody kept nobody. Y'all were kept in lot groups, allowing you to be strategized and maintain certain understanding that is very critical to the Black American Holocaust. Listen, baby, ain't nobody was kept nowhere. Okay? And for the Black Americans, for the African Americans, I'm sorry, I revoked your black cards. You're no longer black. For the African Americans, they were already living that agreement with the Caucasian and the foreigners. You don't understand, King Ra. King Ra, you have to go back into your geography. When you look at the geography of the Hebrews, when you look at the geography of those people, they were always playing games with the white man. And when the Hebrews, they wanted to satisfy the white man they would take thousands of their own people and sell it to another group. These are the people they sold down to the Americas to confuse my ancestors, to make my ancestors think we got to struggle for this land. This is our motherfucking land. We don't got to struggle with no white or black or African-American motherfucker for this land. So the African-American, for a long time, has been a homeless motherfucker. Whether he has been a Hebrew nigga, whatever he was, he's always been, for centuries and centuries, he's been homeless. His own people sold him out. Do you understand why I got to revoke y'all black cards? Because y'all have been destructive for a very, 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 very long time. Don't forget, it was you people who brought the Muslims to my home in the 11th century. Y'all niggas brought Muslims to my doorsteps. And they wanted me to take Allah as my personal God. And we said, hell to the motherfucking no. And the same of y'all African Americans, the same of y'all Hebrews, you always want to be fashionable. You always want to be styling. You always going around taking foreign shit and bringing it to make we think you the best because you can come and bring foreign ways. You brought the fucking Muslims in the 1100s. And then in the 1400s, you brought the Christians again to destroy me some more. Your black card is motherfucking revoked. You're nothing but a slave. You're nothing but a servant. You're nothing but an alliance with the white people. You're not a black. You're not a black. You cannot be blessed to be a black like me. You're not a black like me. Shit. You are nothing but a servant. Tigavin says, Kermit empowered the sick as Greeks. It looked like, yes, not only what these people do is they empower other foreign groups to come attack my land, my ancestry, my inheritance. They did it to me in West Africa already. These African Americans, I'm revoking your black cause because you are nothing but a treacherous nigger. You ain't nothing but a low down, dirty shame, nigga. That's you. You ain't nothing but a low down, dirty shame, nigga. You ain't nothing to me. Blacks like me, you ain't nothing to us. And when you find Haitians who tolerate you, it's because they've been drinking on the same sauce. Y'all are nothing but serving niggas. You serve niggas and you get recompensated. Well, the word is not recompensated. That's not a good translation. You get compensated, barely compensated, and then you say, it's the bag. I gotta get the bag. You such a dirty nigga. You such a thoughtless nigga. Because you forgot to look at your own bag. What was you bringing home, incest? Like when I first met the African Americans, they were so much better. They did not have so much diseases. And the more they peddled to the Caucasians, the more diseases they begot in exchange for a bag. And what's in the bag? What's in the bag, niggas? Niggas, what's in your bag, nigga? Diabetes, nigga? What's in your bag, nigga? Cancer. What's in your bag, nigga? Sickle cell. Nigga, what's in your bag, nigga? That you gotta kill all the blacks. You gotta destroy black power. You gotta destroy black wealth. You gotta destroy black respect for what's in your bag, but you're not the real black. You're not the real black. You're just a Hebrew. You're just a slave. You ain't the real black. You ain't the real black. You ain't the real black. What's in your bag, baby? What's in your bag? Your bag is nothing in that I'm interested in. Nothing. Your bag has nothing I want. So I cannot be jealous of you because my ancestors gave me everything I need. If you look at your life, you look at your history, your geography, your ancestors were always beta niggers. Your ancestors were always serving niggas. They were always serving. They were always waiting for the next fad, the next foreigner. And like I said to you, in the 1100, you came to my door, you brought the Muslims. And the Muslims wanted me and my people to accept them as our personal gods. And we said hell to the motherfucking no. And we still say no. We Haitians, we say no to fake gods. We say no to foreign invasions. We say no to a slave mentality. We say no to self-destructions. We Haitians, we stay faithful to our ancestors who are the original men and women of the world. Not you, nigga. Not you. Your black card is revoked. Because when you have a black card, what you do is you destroy the rest of us blacks. So we can't trust you with nothing. We cannot even cross Flatbush Avenue with you. I cannot even cross Peachtree Industrial with you. I cannot even cross Biscayne with you. I cannot even cross Hollywood Boulevard with you. I can't go nowhere with you. You're not serviceable to me. Your service goes to the enemy. Your service goes to your alliance, which is the Caucasians and the elites. That's to whom your servitude goes. You are distorted, nigga. You ain't no real black. Your black card is revoked, nigga. Don't be going around here talking about black card revoked. I just revoked your black card. All of you African Americans. Your black card is revoked. Until each of you can account for each of you, your black card is revoked. King Ra says, we're supposed to be demonic by now. Fuck the sissy shit. I'm sorry, Tig Evans says it. I'm sorry. King Ra says, you're upset because when Haitians first came here, they were terrorized by certain groups of African Americans. That's why you hate us. You agree? No. I don't hate you. I love African Americans. And just as I love you, I put you in your fucking place. I take away your black card. I deal with you because you're destructive. You've destroyed your women. You've destroyed your children. And now you have bottled, you have branded the destruction. And it's in your song, it's in your culture, it's all over. And you propagate that throughout the world to destroy other blacks. I don't tolerate you. I love you. I don't fucking tolerate you. You like a bunion, nigga. Matter of fact, you're not because I don't like bunions. What do I love and don't tolerate? Damn, I don't know. Then it's you. You the type of shit that I love and I don't tolerate. Because you're destructive. Because this is a plantation, Kingwa. This is a plantation. This is a plantation. So in the plantation, you and the white men are the same. So how can I tolerate you when you and the Caucasians are the same? And you keep trying to fool us, saying, I'm not the same like the Caucasian. I'm not the same like a Caucasian. Let me in the black. Let me in. But guess what? You never had a handle on blackness. Never did, never will. You've been copying and mimicking what you see black folks do around the world. But you never had a handle on blackness. Okay? So I'm taking your black card. I'm revoking your black card. If you got a problem with it, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's the meet me outside challenge. Meet me outside. You have no decorum. You have no lifeline. You have no understanding of respect for yourself. But what you do is you copy the worst of another group because you want to bring the bag. And when I look at your bag, okay, you brought the bag, you did. You went out and you brought the bag, and I had time to take a look into the bag. And what did I see? AIDS, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, and you was broke, nigga. You was a broke nigga. Let me explain to you why you don't got no black cards with me. I'm going to explain to you African Americans why you don't got no black cards with me, niggas. I'm going to tell you like it is, niggas. You don't got no black cards with me because you a salop. You a dog. You don't got no fucking respect for yourself, and you don't got no fucking respect for the past or the present or the future. And I'm going to explain to you how I figured that shit out. How I figured that shit out. When I came to the South, this is how I figured out that African Americans were not blacks. African Americans, that's how I can revoke your black cards. Because you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't nothing but a servant, nigga. Let me tell you how I figured that out. I'm going to tell you how I know. I figured it out and I know it. When I came to live in the South, I grew up in the North. I grew up north. And then I started navigating the South. When you start navigating the South, you're going to find, a matter of fact, I'm going to have, let me go, give me 1 second. I need to pour a drink, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, guys? I'll be right back. Because this is a story worth telling. And if I'm telling the bloody story, I might as well have libation. I'm going to break it down why. I don't normally drink wine. I actually don't. I make it a point not to drink wine. But this wine was left in my house after a social event. So I can't throw it away, and I wanted to give it to somebody, but I don't got no friends. So I was left to drink it. I'm going to explain to you, because some of you want to get into the nitty-gritty of things. I'm going to explain to you the real of what's going on with this. Because if we're going to have a conversation, it might as well be a real conversation. Because, like I said, I'm not an African American. I don't just pop on, just pop, just to make noise. Okay. When I came to the South of the USA, that's when I really began to see that African Americans, for the most part, y'all weren't shit. Y'all were nothing. Y'all were nothing but slaves, nothing but little boys and girls. I'm going to explain to you how I figured that shit out. Because it's not fair if I were to pass a judgment and have no proof of it. We're going to take an example of the state of Georgia. When you look at the state of Georgia, okay, guys, you look at the state of Georgia. It's a beautiful state. Okay, you look at the state of Georgia. When you look at the African Americans in Georgia, look at them. Look at the state of Georgia. Look at the African Americans in Georgia. When you look at these African Americans in Georgia, and I'm just taking the state of Georgia as an example, I could have taken Louisiana and it would just be just as true as Georgia. So either way, wherever you go, this is the truth for the African Americans. When you look at the state of Georgia, you see the African Americans, they used to own a lot of land. Because if you were a real black, because we are blacks, one thing about us real blacks, we'll fight over territory. If I'm wrong, anybody can tell me I'm wrong. Real blacks, we love land. So that's how come I know the African American is not a real black. I can take away your black card, bitch. You're not a real black. And I'm going to tell you why you're not a real black, bitch. Real black folks love land. If I'm wrong, tell me. Let me tell you, real black folks, they will kill their own mother over an acre. Real black folks will kill you for an acre of land. And that's just the truth of black folks. Real black folks, they love the land. And they love to own the land. You African Americans are not real black folks. You're just niggas. You're just African Americans. You're just Caucasians. You're the children of Caucasians. You're the product of Caucasians. You're not real blacks. Your black card is revoked. The African Americans in Georgia, they used to own a lot of land. And then, as the African Americans got into the 18th century, into the 19th century, they still owned a lot of land. As late as 1900, don't forget right now we're in 2018. So we're not talking about something that happened centuries and centuries ago. This is something that just happened 100 years ago. And it continued to happen 50 years ago. It continued to happen 20 years ago. So when you look at the African Americans in Georgia, they had a lot of land. And then the African Americans started losing territory. Why? Why were you losing territory? You are losing territory because when you raise your children, you did not raise your children to maintain your wealth. You raise your children to go serve. So when you look at, let's take a concrete right now example. When you look at Southeast Georgia, I spent years living in Southeast Georgia because I like living next to the sea. I like living next to rivers. I like nature. So when you look at Southeast Georgia, you will find that 99% of the African Americans who owned land have lost their lands. It's not because, oh, you live in Savannah, Dre? Yeah, my children and I used to go to Savannah all the time. We used to go to Tybee. We used to go all over the place. And that used to be what I would do. Instead of buying them new clothes and stuff, I would recycle their clothes and I would take them places just so they can see life, so they can experience life. That's what I was a divorced parent. I was a stay-at-home parent. So I didn't have a husband to make me a stay-at-home. I made myself a stay-at-home parent. So growing up with my children, I really had to make the right choices instead of buying new clothes, new sneakers, because they were young. What would they know? Like now my children are older. They got, they fresh to death. But when my children were younger, the purpose was not to put the money in clothes and things that they could not even appreciate or understand. I just took them around and let them see the world, play with the sand, with the shells. Like I would just do that as a parent. So while I was exploring the Southeast, what I realized is that all these African Americans, they had lots of, you gullah, darling. You gullah. You Gitchi gullah, darling. I love my Gitchi gullah, folks. You see, me and African Americans, I'm an African American leader. African Americans who respect themselves and we have great relationships. But when you look at the nigger movement, I'm revoking your black card. So this young man tells me he's Geechee. So he's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When you're looking at the Geechee Gullah folks in the southeast of Georgia, the Geechee Gullah folks ended up losing mad territory, crazy land. They lost it all. You know why they lost it all? Because when these people begot children, they did not have children for themselves. They had children. They trained their children to go serve the white man. So when their children were growing up, they were growing up like greedy little blacks. They were looking on the outside to see what they were envious of to go do, to go serve. So the children of these people, they are in Washington, D.C., they are in Atlanta, they are in L.A., they are in New York City. They are in Miami. They are in Louisiana. So the children of the Geechee Gullah African Americans who were supposed to maintain their territory, it was the same children who left and left their parents with no help. So the institutions came and they took the land from the Geechee Gullah folks. They took the land. Because Dre says, how do you know so much about black Americans? Because I'm an African American leader, bitch. That's what I am. You can't take that away from me. No matter what you do or what you say, I have put in work and my work counts. So when you're looking at these African American children, these are the same African American children who left their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents' land and went to Washington, D.C. to service. They became police officers, they became teachers, they became lawyers, they became doctors in Washington, D.C., in Atlanta, in L.A., in New York City, in Louisiana, in Florida. But they left, they abandoned the wealth. You're not no blacks. Blacks don't abandon land. Blacks don't do that. Black people will kill their own folks, their own mother, for land. So African Americans, you're not black folks. You don't know the value of land. You walked away from South Georgia and you left all the Geechee Gullah wealth. And now the Geechee Gullah people, they struggle. The Geechee Gullah people, they struggle. And I'm going to tell you why the Geechee Gullah people struggle even worse than the rest of us in the United States. The Geechee Gullah people struggle even more because when you look at the area, the geography of the Geechee Gullah people, okay, when you look at the geography, you say Gullah, Geechee, okay, however you want it. When you look at their geography, they are located on the coast. It's the southeast, it's the coastal Georgia, and that's where all the boats came. When you look at it as early as 1853, I believe, and they say this was one of the last boats to come in, and you have a boat called the Wanderer. Google the Wanderer. The Wanderer came and landed on southeast Georgia as early as the 1850-something, and there were more boats that came in that moment, and they were still bringing black men and women. And those black men and women, who do you think was selling them? It was their own people. That's what the Hebrews do with you. That's your ancestry. That's what your ancestors do with you. So when you're looking at the history of those people, the hurt, you would think that because they still had people being hurt, people being sold as early as a century ago, you would think that they would understand to stick together and to manage the land they own, but they abandoned the land. The children abandoned the land because the children wanted swag. The children wanted bundles, honey. The children did not want to deal with their wealth. So how can you be black when you don't know how to manage black wealth? You ain't no black folks. You an African American. I revoked your black card. You ain't no black folk. Tig Evans says we are taught to store up our treasures in heaven. You ain't never lied, Tig Evans. You ain't never lied. Yes, you niggas are waiting for heaven. And that's how I come I know you ain't no real black folks. You waiting for heaven when your wealth here, you did not manage your wealth. You did not manage your wealth. You did not manage your wealth in Louisiana. You did not manage your wealth in Georgia. You did not manage your wealth. So how can you be such black folks? You ain't no fucking black folk. You're a creation of white supremacy, like you call it. You call it that. You're a product of white supremacy. You're a product of distortion. You're a product that is made to self-destruct. You ain't no black folks. Black folks don't act like you do. Black folks don't say the shit you do. Black folks don't do the shit you do. Let me tell you something. Earlier, I wanted to do a vlog where I would explain the difference between a Haitian hoe and an African American hoe. Right now is a good time to do it because I was gonna save it for a total different platform, for a total different vlog, but I might as well spill it. Because y'all thinking you black folks, you ain't no fucking black folks, you African American folks. Your black card was revoked 10 minutes ago by moi. Your black card is revoked. You ain't no fucking black, folks. So, I'm going to show you. Let me finish that first example, and then I will show you the second example of why we're not no black folks. So when you look at the Gullah Geechee culture right now, Geechee Gullah culture, the Gullah Geechee culture right now, you are seeing a culture that is under crisis. And why is it in crisis? Because all of the land is been took. The land has been taken by Caucasians, institutions, the courts. You know what they did to these people? One day they woke up and they got a letter in the mail and everybody had taxes up to here. So if you had real black leaders, because your leaders ain't nothing but niggas, but if you had real black leaders, you know what they would do? Those real black leaders, they would go down to Geechee Gullah land and they would help the people keep their wealth. I know African Americans who used to own the largest seafood business in this country. The largest seafood business in this country was owned by African American families. Like African American families, they had it. They had a grasp on wealth. And then they fucked it up. So don't blame other blacks. Don't go fuck up blackness for other blacks just because you couldn't handle your own fucking blackness. And these African Americans, when it was time for them to get help from other African Americans, they were abandoned. They were left alone. Their business were taken down. Their lands was taken. And there was nobody to come and give them the help and the support they needed. At the time, you had Michael Jackson, you had Oprah, you had all these people. They were still there. Farrakhan, they were still here. This is what's happening under their watch. Brian Cobb says, I love this beautiful lady's knowledge and strength, only if everyone knew the truth. Thank you, Brian Cobb. Thank you, Brian Cobb. Okay, and this is what I have to share with you today. And while I was sharing this with you, I revoke African Americans' black cards because African Americans, they fuck around too much with blackness. With these niggas, we will never have our respect. With these niggas, we will never have our wealth. These are the destructive niggas. They destroy themselves, they destroy their children, and now they move to destroy all other blacks across the platform. I won't let you. I will speak about you. I won't let you. I won't let you. You're a destructive animal. You're a destructive being. You don't have any grasp on spirituality that is real. Your spirituality, it goes from here to here. It doesn't go no further than your nose. So how can you be in charge of blackness? How can you revoke anybody's black card when you yourself, you don't got it? I revoked your black card. I revoked your black card. You don't got no black card for nobody else. I took your black card. So this is the second example that I was about to give. And I was going to save this example for a separate vlog. But let me tell you the difference between a Haitian hoe and an African American hoe. Because we all have different cultures, we all have different people in our cultures, and we all have different problems in our cultures. But let me tell you something, just to show you how much you ain't even black. You're just an African American, you're just a nigga. Even the Haitian hoes and the African American hoes, they're not that different because they all under the nigga movement. But let me tell you something that's different about the Haitian hoes. Haitian hoes sit down all day and they're no good. They sit down all day and they talk about the size of their pussy. Oh, my pussy big. I have never seen anything so trifling in my life than to listen to Haitian hoes talk. But while I was listening to Haitian hoes talk, I realized something. These hoes are focused. These hoes know I'm about to sell 5 pieces of pussy and it's going to pay the school bill. It's going to put food. But when you hoes, African American hoes, when you hoe, it's to buy clothes and shoes. When the Haitian hoes, when they hoe, it's to feed their children and send their children to school. Do you see the difference between what type of hoe you is and what type of hoe she is? You ain't no black. You an African American. You a white nigga. You a Caucasian. That's what you are. Your black card has been revoked by moi. You're not going to get it back. Indefinitely revoked until Mother Nature storms you out of your hole, until the earth shakes you out of your hole. Your black card is revoked. Revoked, indefinitely revoked. You're destructive. You're destroying black power. You're destroying black respect. You're destroying black wealth. You ain't no black to follow. You're a destructive black. You're a destructive nigger. You were created to be a destructive black. You are created. Okay, this is why the African American was created like it was created. Because when you see another black people, you feel a certain sense of familiarity. It's all psychology they're playing on us, and then they're using the African American to fuck us up. Because when you're looking at black people, because like sometimes you forgive it and you're like, oh, we all black folks. No, we're not all black folks. We're not all the same. I'm a black, you a nigger. I'm a black, you an African American. I'm a black, you a traitor. I'm a black, you a coon. I'm the black. I'm the black in the Western Hemisphere. I'm the leader. You nothing but an African American. So chill. Enjoy your life as a Caucasian. Enjoy your privileges as a Caucasian. But don't come to destroy the rest of us blacks on this plantation just because of your bag. How much should we sacrifice for your bag? Because when we look into your bag, what do we see in your bag? AIDS, diabetes, high blood pressure, sickle cell anemia, mental deficiencies. Those things were not in your bag 20 years ago. I did not see them in your bag 20 years ago. That means you are getting worse, sir. So your black card has been revoked by me. Oh, guys, I had this hair done yesterday. Oh, my God. I woke up this morning in such nightmare. I had to pull that shit out my head. It's a waste of money. I don't usually waste money. When I have money, I do, like, whatever extra money I have, I do charitable work with it. So this is another reason why I'm not in the nail game and the hair game, because whatever money I have, I save it. So when I woke up this morning and I'm looking at this hair, it was a tragedy for me, because this is waste of resources, waste of money. For me, it's a waste. So I would have preferred not to have done it. But I did. I already did it. So what I'm going to do, just to save face, I'm going to use this hair to braid my head. Because I can deal with the braids better than I deal with all of that. I couldn't handle it. This hair is not even 24 hours old in my head. And I'm taking it off. And I've done this. It takes me a while to get used to foreign stuff. Because I remember the first time I got braids, it didn't even last one day in my head. The first time I got braids, that shit was so tight. That shit hurt me so much. I got home. I think the next day I started taking them off, just like this. It takes me a while to get used to stuff. But now I'm used to braids. Now I'm used to it. But the first time I got it, it was bad. Now I'm used to it. So what I'll do is I'll take this hair and I'll turn it into braids, because I don't want to waste any more money than I have already done. I don't want to do that. I don't do that. When I have extra money, I put it to my charity work. I give it to people who need it. I don't waste. I don't waste money. I don't waste food. I try not to waste food. I try not to allow my children to waste food as well. I don't believe in waste. So yeah, African Americans, like I said to you, your black card is revoked. And I have given you concrete examples why I revoke your black card. Number one, you don't even know the value of land. You're not a real black folks. Black folks, we kill each other for land. Don't you know that? Don't you know that right now in Haiti, I got a whole bunch of people waiting to kill me because of land. Black folks, we kill each other for land because we love land. Because when you have the land, you know you have ownership. But you African Americans, you don't know nothing. Yeah, you know nothing. Yeah, girl, you know nothing. You know nothing about land, about ownership, about respect, about salvation. You don't know nothing about that. So how can you be a black? You're not a fucking black. You're a servant. You're a servant, nigga. That's what you are. You serve. You service the Caucasians. And because of your service, the Caucasians give you visibility. They give you rank. But you don't have class. So you take the visibility from the Caucasians, you take the rank from the Caucasians, and you look at the rest of us blacks, and you want to sell us because you want to keep your bag. We're not going to let you sell us. We're not going to let you do that. You're not going to sell me. Talking about black folk this. I'm not no black folk. You're not no black folk to me. African Americans are always seeking to destroy blackness. It's always about black folk this, black folk that. How do you know what black folk do? You're not even a real black folk yourself. You're nothing but an African American, a nigger. So how do you know what black folks do? How do you know? How? Because even the West African that's in West Africa right now, that's not even real black power. That's just another nigger. Another shabby nigger. Another shabby nigger. Oh. So that's not even real black power. So what the fuck you know? Your black card has been revoked. If you continue to peddle black card that you don't got, it will lead to worse destruction for you. Again, I don't give a fuck about your bag. There's nothing in your bag I want. I do not want a personal relationship with Jesus. There is nothing in your bag I want. So continue to destroy yourself, but stay the fuck out of my culture. Stay the fuck away from my people. Stop claiming blackness all over the world while you're destroying blackness for you and for everybody else that's living near you. Nobody that lives near you can have peace because you want to fuck it up for yourself. You want to fuck it up for everybody. Nobody shall have peace because of you. Nobody can have peace. Nobody can have rationality. Nobody can have logic because of you. Because the more bullshit you do, the more awards the white men give you. The more awards you get from the elite, the more you destroy me. The more you destroy me. I just revoked your black cards. I'm a Haitian. I'm the real black woman. As an African American, you're a servant. You're a distorted Negro. You have no power to deny, to revoke anyone's black card because I've already revoked your black card. You're not a black. You're an African American. You're a servant. You're a descendant of sorry slaves. Okay? And I'm breaking it down to you in the reality because the destruction you're causing, you need to keep it to yourself. If you were a black folk, you would know the value of land. You would know the value of wealth. If you were a real black folk, you would not be involved in all the CIA movements you're involved in, destroying your males, destroying your women, destroying your children. You're not real black folks. And because you have been in alliance with the white folks and the elite, and because they have given you permission to destroy other blacks in the Western Hemisphere, does not mean I'm impressed, does not mean you can take me down, and I will let you. For the last time, I'm going to say it. When I look in your bag, you want to sacrifice every black on the plantation for your bag. But when I look in your bag, what do I see? I see a bunch of cripples. I see a bunch of handicaps. I see a bunch of lupus having bitches. I see a bunch of fake asses. I see a bunch of AIDS. I see a bunch of high blood pressure. I see diabetes. I see cancer, nigga. I don't see no black folks in your bag. So you an imposter. You a servant. You a destructive black. Get the fuck out of here. Take your white counterparts and get the fuck out of the Americas. Get the fuck out of the Americas. Until Mother Nature comes to cleanse us and rid us of you, we are stuck in a cycle of madness with you and your Caucasian friends. All right, guys. This is it for me. I do want to talk about Amara Negra. I might close this and then move on to the next vlog. Since I'm already taking my hair out, meaning that I'm sitting in one place and there is not a lot of things to do, I might as well do the Amara La Negra vlog. So I'm going to end this vlog and I'm going to log back on to do the Amara La Negra. I call it the Amara La Negra Factor. Peace, Dre. Mwah. Have a great day, honey. T. Gavin says, queers, we are all turning into fags. King Ross says, love you. I love you back, handsome. I love you back with all my heart. I love everybody. I do love my African Americans, brothers and sisters. You're just no black folk, bitch. You're just a nigga. You're a slave. You're a nigga. You're an African American. You're working for the white man. Take your time. Maybe one day you'll be black, but right now you ain't no black motherfucker. You ain't nothing but a weak savage. distorted savage. That's all you are. Take it easy. I'm going to log back on to do my vlog on Amara la Negra. Alright guys, peace out. This is Lahini. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, The Haitian Voice. The Haitian Voice is for everybody. It's the voice of logic. Logic is for everybody. There's not one logic for me, one logic. And that's what the African Americans, they peddle. They peddle as if there is one logic for them and then one logic for every other person. No, it's just one logic. 1 and 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 equals 2 all over the world. We do not go to Japan and then 1 plus 1 equals 4. So you are just messed up, nigga. You're just distorted, nigga. You're not no black folk. You don't even have a handle on mathematics. You don't even have a handle on your spirituality. You don't even have a handle on your wealth. You don't have a handle on your life. So how can you revoke anyone's black card? I revoked your fucking black card today. No mas. Shut up. Be humble. Be quiet. Sit down.